this show is based on the game Cyberpunk, and I've never played the game. It doesn't even matter. This show is crazy. Good. Crazy. Good. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about the Netflix show Cyberpunk Edgerunners. It's 10 episodes. Each one is crazier than the last. They're about 25 minutes each. We follow this character, David Martinez. He's a teen living with his mom. And early on, we find out that money is essentially everything in this world. It gives you access to everything. And they have bills that they're running low. You know, they're late and they're behind on their different bills. David gets in trouble at school. His mom has to pick him up. And then there's an accident and the trauma team comes like immediately and they're actually like scanning them like they're not a client, so we can't take them. Like that's how much money plays a part. So they have to wait for the ambulance and they take them to the ambulance. They take them to the hospital and his mom has surgery, but he doesn't have the access to visit his mom after the surgery because he doesn't have that type of money. And eventually she dies, you know, because they can't perform the surgery because he doesn't have that type of money. And throughout it all, he gets this chip, and the chip, you can like enhance yourself in this world. That's what people do. They like use chips to enhance themselves. Think about like the Matrix, you know, when they're logged in and they want to learn something and, you know, they just automatically learn it. That's kind of what happens with these people when they put certain chips in. They can do certain things depending on what kind of chip it is. So it's called getting chromed up. So I think at the end of episode 1, David decides to get chromed up with this special chip he got. And it's not a great chip because it comes from somebody who kind of blacked out. It's called like cyber psycho, where you just can't see clearly and you start killing everything. The person sees memories and everybody looks like a threat and they just go crazy. That's where the chip came from. But David gets it and his body can handle it. And he runs into these people who want the chip, but they were like friends of his mom and they start bonding. And you see David get a family back, you know, after losing his mom, he gets this family and they start training him. And they're like, you know, they're a gang or whatever. And they do crimes and get paid. And he starts hanging with them and he starts learning the game. And it's cool to watch him grow up. You know, he's really naive at first when he, you know, meets them. He's scared to do everything. He can't drive. And, you know, they just start talking to him. And like a lot of these episodes are little montages at first in the beginning of watching him train, you know, train his body to do certain things, learn how to drive, you know, dealing with women and stuff like that. So it's really cool, like as each episode progresses, to watch him grow and learn different things, not only about himself, but about the world around him. And then there's always something crazy that happens in an episode that's like, oh, this is what this show is about. Like, it's just some crazy car chase or crazy action scene, somebody get their head blown off, blood everywhere. That's the type of show this is. And it's highly entertaining. But as the show goes on, it gets you start to get that bond and relationship with David. Like you want to see him succeed with certain stuff, and you start to get close to, you know, the family he has, and things start going off the rails and he has to make some tough choices. He has to be in positions he didn't think he would be in, and it's well done. It's really well done, and it's cool to see. And I like the way the story actually ended. It was a fitting end, you know, to this first season of Cyberpunk, and I hope we get another season. I hear people comparing it to Arcane. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's as good as Arcane. It's good, but Arcane was just like, it's just different. But this is a very well done animated series based off a video game that I've never played before and I don't care to play. But if you're looking for an animated show with violence, but also a good story and a fun character to follow, Cyberpunk Edgerunners is something you should check out. It's 10 episodes. It's on Netflix. Those are just my thoughts. If you watched it, let me know what you thought about it. If there's any other cool animated series, drop them in the comments, and maybe I probably watched a few of them before, but just let me know. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Deuces.